Because in a short dream that you might have had for only a minute or half a minute or 2 minutes, but it feels as if the whole year has passed. And you have met already dozens or thousands of people in one single dream that lasted hardly 2 minutes. During the dream, this past, present, and future, everything collapses. So, शुरू करते हैं. We are still on the third chapter, spirituality from Truth Eternal. Let's offer our humble prayer and center ourselves for better understanding. Neither the ignorant nor the wise has risen higher than the field of the body or the physical plane. Both of them are in the physical plane. The only difference between them is that one is possessed of multiplicity and the other is possessed of unity. Daaji says ignorance possessed of multiplicity and the wiser ones possessed of unity. It simply means identifying oneself either with the center of your being or with the outermost manifestations like body or communities with whom we identify, the country we identify with, or we identify with our sexism, identifying with our prestige, our status. These are all multiple things. There is no end to this. Identifying ourselves with so many multiple things. That's why multiplicity. While the wiser ones, though they remain engaged with multiplicity, but their main focus is always the Atman. One finds peace and steadiness in the soul, whereas the other finds peace in the body, physical organs, and their activities. Like satisfying the needs of physical organs, they feel satisfied, they feel at peace. They're hungry, take food for a moment, you feel satisfied and you are at peace. You have a craving for a movie, you watch a movie, you are at peace if that movie goes well. Likewise, romance. These are all at a very superficial levels. Neither of the two has the knowledge of real peace and steadiness, because the ignorant man loves multiplicity through action and knowledge and enters the field of unity every day. The wise man loves unity and is compelled to return to the plane of multiplicity. Neither can the wise cast off the body, nor can the ignorant be denied the happiness of the spirit. Both are similar, but the condition of the wise man in comparison with that of the ignorant is relatively superior, because the physical body is the field of multiplicity, whereas the soul is the field of unity. So, despite of having the wisdom, as long as we have this body, we have to remain engaged with multifarious activities. But the focus is not these multifarious activities. Focus is always the soul. That's how we in Sahaj Marg, what do? We do all kinds of things thinking that it's my master doing it, or I'm doing it for my master, or whatsoever I'm doing is also being done while I'm in a meditative state. I'm absorbed in the remembrance. There are so many ways of engaging ourselves with multiplicity while keeping this internal current of remembrance going on. Be you a dictator or be you a saint, both are necessary, physical body and the soul. There is one important statement which Lalaji uses here, where he says, neither can the wise cast off the body, nor can the ignorant be denied the happiness of the spirit. So, there is a solution here also. He said, neither can the wise cast off the body. That only means that if you do cast off the body, that doesn't mean you got to kill yourself, no, or you had to wait till you die, no. It only means that I need to transcend this body and mind. Transcending, as they say in religion, transcending spirituality, transcending reality, transcending bliss. All these are incremental states of consciousness where we transcend from I, me, and mine to that ultimate void, nothingness. Our prayer is already teaching us how to go beyond I, me, and mine, simply by incorporating this plurality that we are yet but slaves of wishes. It's we, us, and ours. We begin like this: O Master, Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. So it is all about we, our, and us. So it is transcending me, mine. So it is all about I, me, and mine, transcending this identification with the self. Instead, bring in this element of togetherness that I am praying, but I am praying for one and all. Multiplicity is the conscious and waking state, and oneness is the state of deep sleep. So here Daaji reveals the fact that when do you become united? When do you come back to this state of unity? It is in this deep state of sleep. Now, what becomes of time during sleep? We say, of course, oh, I slept between this and this hours. But during the sleep, we don't realize anything. We don't perceive anything. Only during the dream that we perceive few things here and there. But then too, our idea or perception of time is no longer the same or comparable to our wakeful state. Because in a short dream that you might have had for only a minute or half a minute or 2 minutes, but it feels as if the whole year has passed. And you have met already dozens or thousands of people in one single dream that lasted hardly 2 minutes. During the dream, this past, present, and future, everything collapses. Past, present, and future is the idea that we entertain during our wakeful hours. This conditioning of the time or samaya, kal, doesn't touch us during the sleep, nor does it touch us after death. Time is a human conception. We measure time and say it's the gap between two events. But what is time? It's difficult to say, except this way: time gap between two events. If there were no events, what would you call that time? Suspension, maybe. So we see that time-related conditioning simply dissolves. Thus, one cannot perceive time like we do perceive time during wakeful hours.